Hey guys, it's Melanie. Excited about today's video because I have finally figured out how to use iMovie. I know. I am about, 15 years late to this game. It's fine. I'm really slow when it comes to technology, and I swore that I would never edit anything on my channel. However, it is a necessity if I am looking to be efficient here. So I'm gonna try this. So today is just essentially a test video to see if I can do this and then upload it to YouTube and see if it works. So that's what we're doing. So since we're just kind of messing around, I am going to be doing a perfect neutral eye tutorial. I figured this was probably a good one to try this out with. And I thought we could use a couple of new eyeshadow products that I recently snagged. One being the Natasha Denona Mini Zendo palette. This is beautiful, you guys. It's really, really pretty. So this guy right here. And also combine it with a little bit of Stila Kitten, which I've actually had in the past. However, I think I had it in some palettes and I got rid of those palettes. And I was looking for it the other day and couldn't find it. And so I went to Ulta and snagged it. It's $18. Totally worth it though, because it's beautiful. I love Kitten. I've loved it for years. Just haven't used it in a while, and it actually pairs really nicely with this palette right here. So we're gonna do an eye look and see how this goes. I already have the rest of my face done. Everything that is on the rest of my face will be linked in the description box down below. So if you're curious about foundation, contour, blush, all that jazz, it is in the description box. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, I already have my eye primer on. Right now, I'm finishing the last little bit of the Viseart, which is fantastic, by the way. However, I have to admit, I'm really liking the Fenty Beauty, what does she call this? Pro Filter, yeah, the Pro Filter Amplifying Eye Primer. This is very nice. If you are in need of a new eye primer and you normally deal with like watery eyes, this one doesn't make my eyes water. I've talked about this before. It took me a long time to figure out that the reason that my eyes were constantly watering was because of the eye primers that I was using. So for me, some of the culprits were the Urban Decay Primer Potion, the Lorac eyeshadow primer, the NYX one from the drugstore. Back in the day when I used NARS, that one made my eyes water. Basically, a lot of them have made my eyes water. The ones that have not were the Viseart, the Fenty, and unfortunately, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which, I don't know. I don't love Too Faced anymore, so yeah, I would rather not buy from them. All that being said, one thing I do need to do is set my eye primer. I haven't done that yet, so I'm gonna take a fluffer brush and I'm going to take the, oh, they do have names. I was gonna say they don't have names. I'm gonna take the shade Bear, which is this guy right here, and I'm just gonna put that all over my eye area to set the primer. I'm gonna try to not go out of frame here. This is such a pretty color. It's slightly darker than my skin tone, but it really warms up the eye area, if you will. And it's gonna look really great with this kind of warm, peachy eye look that I'm gonna go with today. I got really excited yesterday because I was playing around with iMovie, and if you follow me on Instagram, I shared that I was actually able to like pull this off in terms of like putting clips together. It's really not hard. And I knew that it wasn't hard, but it was just one of those things that I had to like learn. And I have to admit, I don't like learning new things at this point in my life because I'm stubborn and basically I have a lot of stuff going on in my brain, like most people do. And I just wasn't interested in taking the time to actually learn how to do it. So I took the time, and here we are. That's such a pretty color, just by itself. I would totally just put some mascara on this situation and call it an easy eye look, but we're gonna do a little bit more than that. Okay, so this brush is already dirty because I used it yesterday, but we're doing the exact same eye look, so this will be fine. I'm going to take the shade, what's she called? Oh God, this makes me feel old. What? It's so shiny, I promise it's not because I'm blind. Uncovered, there we go. It's the one at the end, and I'm going to put it on my brush, and then my big trick is I'm going to take, just a desktop would work fine, but I'm going to tap that shadow into the brush instead of tapping it like off where it kind of floofs all over. I find that this helps me blend my shadows a little bit better, and as you are doing those windshield wiper motions in your crease, the color actually works its way up, and you can kind of slowly distribute it instead of just like splatting it on and then having to like work at blending it out. It's a really helpful thing. So let's go ahead and start putting this in my crease. So I've talked about this a million times in these tutorials, but I follow my natural orbital bone crease, if you will. And then on the outer part, I go slightly above because it gives me a little bit of like an elongated or more cat eye type effect with the shadow. And I happen to like the way that looks on me. However, please apply the way that you like your eyeshadows applied. It might be that you just like them directly in the crease. Some people like to create their own crease. Totally up to you, but stick that color in the crease. And I always have been like a back and forth windshield wiper person. I know there's a lot of people that like little tiny circles or like dabbing. No, just wipe it. Not hard, but you know, get it on there. Okay. So by the way, I'm just gonna do one eye and then I'll do the other one and then we'll come back to the finished look. All right, so now that I have that on there, you can see, I mean, it's not a ton of color, but it's definitely kind of a warm, peachy brown type shade. Now I'm going to go in with just a smidge of the Stark shade, which is this beautiful, like shimmery plum shade at the end, the opposite end, if you will. And I'm just gonna take a tiny bit, can you see? Like, it's not a lot. And again, I'm gonna do a little tapping technique. And this is a little different from what I did when I showed you guys on Instagram, but I love this little tiny bit of purple added into this look because it cools it down a little bit. This is a very warm eye look without the purple. And you could certainly just, you know, go in with the kitten after this, but I'm gonna cool it down a little bit for myself. And I'm just adding that on mostly actually my lid at first, on the outer half of my lid area. And that's just to deposit some of the color there. And then I'm going to, again, do those windshield wiper motions and bring it up a little bit and then blend inward. Ooh, this is really hard to do. I'm looking at the viewfinder. Anyway, hopefully the lighting is better. Now that I have the ring light, I feel like maybe, let's see if I can get a little closer. I feel like the lighting is much better for tutorials. Not that people watch tutorials anymore, but I do get a lot of questions about my eyeshadow and how I apply it. And truly, you guys, this is how I do it with every single palette that I have. A lot of my looks are very similar to each other. I definitely have a theme that I do for myself. I think that most people do. I am not someone who enjoys very colorful shades, but you know. All right, so I do have some fallout right here. So what I can do is just take a fluffy brush and do a little swipe and get rid of it. Here's the thing though, I wear powder foundation, so my face isn't, like it doesn't grab shadow and hold on to it like maybe a liquid foundation would. The powder just allows me to like brush it away, and I never have streaks or anything like that. If you are someone who wears liquid foundation, maybe do your eye makeup first. I feel like that's the advice from most makeup people is, you know, do your eyes first and then clean it up and go in with your foundation and do the rest, but I do it a little differently. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Stila Kitten, and I can use a brush with this, but I want it to be a little bit more intense, so I'm going to use my pinky, which is clean, and I'm going to just press that onto my lid area, concentrating it mostly on the inner half. So for the outer half, we're working with the Natasha Denona shades. On the inner half, we're working with the Stila Kitten. And really, any like champagne colored eyeshadow that you have, it doesn't have to be Kitten. Just find something similar to that. It's so pretty. I love this shade here. Oh, that's bright, huh? It's absolutely stunning. I love it. So I'm just gonna plop that on there, overlapping slightly with the outer crease shade. And then I'm gonna go back in with just a smidge of that Natasha Denona Plummy shade and connect the two and blend them together. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm terrible at this, sorry. I'll see if I can post a better close-up on Instagram, possibly. But that's so pretty. I really like that. Okay, I am gonna do my liner, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do my liner only because, again, it's another powder product. I find that powder liner works better with my oily skin type. It just stays put much, much better than a pencil or, well, I don't like liquids. I think that they are difficult to work with, and I think they're very harsh. I'm big on like diffused blended eye looks, and that includes the liner for me. So funny, but so this is actually a Anastasia brow powder duo. This is in the shade Granite. I originally bought this because I thought, oh, this would be great for my gray hair in terms of a brow powder. It's way too dark. I wish that Anastasia would come out with an actual gray brow powder because there are more people than me with gray hair. Those that always wonder about my brows, they are micro shaded, so essentially tattooed on my face. I do go over just a little bit with my Tarte Amazonian Clay Brow Powder in gray. This is discontinued. I don't think you can get it anymore. I've talked about this for years, so if you never picked it up, you really should have, because it's amazing. And I do think they are completely sold out of it on the Tarte website now, but I'll double check that for you. Anyway, so I put a little bit of that over top because my SPF does mute out the micro shading just a little bit, but I want to protect the tattoo, so I cover it with SPF every day. All right, so I take a little bit of this darker shade. You can see where I hit pan. Obviously, I do love this as a liner, so I figured instead of returning it, I would use it this way. And I'm going to just follow my lash line. And again, with my liner, I do bring it up just a smidge higher on the outer corner here. And then as I go towards my inner corner, I really like peter it out to the point of where I don't even go all the way into my inner corner. It just becomes a very, very thin line at that point. And that is just how I prefer to do it. I know there are some people that prefer kind of a thicker line the whole way across, just very uniform looking. It just depends on your eye shape and the look that you prefer. And this is a brow brush. It's from Zoeva. I'll see if I can link this down below. They sell this I think they sell this one at Ulta. Don't quote me, but it's a really, really good one for liner. The angle I find really helps with applying the powder very evenly, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And again, I do get just a little bit of fallout. There we go. And then I am going to take the brush that I was using for my crease with nothing else on it, and I'm gonna go slightly over that liner to diffuse it and smudge it out a smidge more. Nothing crazy. I don't wanna like totally disturb it, but I want it to be a kind of natural gradient up. So darker to lighter. And that's it. So at this point, I'm going to do the other eye, do my mascara, and then we, through the magic of editing, are gonna come back and take a look at the finished situation. So stay tuned. Voila, here she is, the finished eye look. Also, my apologies, a monsoon is coming through right now, so it got a whole lot darker in here. Hopefully though, with this ring light, you guys can still see what's happening. You guys, I love these Natasha Denona eyeshadows. Where'd they go? Oh, right here. They're really, really nice. I'm fairly new to Natasha Denona. I originally purchased their Lila palette. I think I got that last year or at the very beginning of this year. And then I got the Glam palette, which also fabulous. I will do a tutorial with that one coming up. I know that it was requested when I first showed it to you guys, so I promise, do a tutorial with that. But these little mini palettes are fantastic. If you're just starting out, these are 25 bucks. So yeah, more expensive than what you would pay for a drugstore palette, obviously, but the quality is vastly different. So there you go. Anyway, this Zendo palette, if you thought it was kind of an odd color combination before, I would have to agree with you. I did as well. But I saw a picture on Natasha Denona's Instagram page, and once I saw that eye look that was created, I thought, yeah, I kind of have to have this. So really glad that I picked this up. Love it. And the Steal a Kitten, I mean, this is a classic, but you probably have something very similar in your collection already, if not this exact shade. It's basically a champagne. It's a champagne shade, shimmery champagne. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the eye look. Okay, I'm sorry to have to do this, but I am going to plug in just a totally bizarre like review of a product, but I ordered it from Octoly a while ago, and I've actually been using it and loving it, and I've been meaning to put it in Friday favorites and flops. However, I've been forgetting, and the review is due, so bear with me, you guys. It's totally fine if you tune out right now. I get it. All right. Rituals. So Rituals, I was purchasing the Sensational foaming shower gels from Ulta, but Rituals is now at Sephora as well. I think they're still at Ulta. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, I did apply to Rituals to be able to review these products for you guys. So they did send them out for free There's not a whole lot on Octoly that I'm interested in anymore these days, but when I saw that Rituals had a couple products up, I was like, heck yeah, I know that I love this. I've used it before and have actually repurchased it in the past as well. So this is the Ritual of Sakura, Zensational, again, Zensational, Foaming Shower Gel. This is the organic rice milk and cherry blossom scent. It smells so good, you guys. But here's the thing that I wanted to say about this is if you are a like shower foam shaver, you have to try this for shaving your legs. It gives me such a close, fabulous shave. A lot of times I just use like my shower gel, but this, it's fantastic. Plus, this fragrance is a really beautiful, soft, very soft floral. It kind of reminds me of Japanese cherry blossom from Bath and Body Works, but hold, don't tune out yet. It's like a nice version of that Japanese cherry blossom scent. It is way subdued, milkier, creamier, frothier, just prettier version of that. And if you like florals, this is fabulous. Also in this little kit that they sent, they also included their Magic Touch body cream. Oh, you guys, I love this one. Here's the thing you need to know about their body cream. It's heavier, so it's best to apply at night. I do find that I struggle getting on my leggings after using this in the morning after I get out of the shower. That being said, it does eventually absorb and it makes your skin so velvety soft, and it has that beautiful cherry blossom scent to it as well. It's gorgeous, you guys. Really, really love this. And then before shaving my legs, I've been using, and I don't want to tip this over because I'm going to spill it, but it smells so good. They also have a body scrub. Now, here's the thing about the body scrub. This is their Celebrate Each Day body scrub. I don't know that I would send you out like just to pick this up, because I do think that the Tree Hut body scrubs, which are less expensive, are just as good. And, you know, they have some yummy scents there as well. You can certainly find some florals. This is a really nice scrub that definitely will take off all of the flakies before you shave your legs. If you've never done that before, definitely shave after you have exfoliated your legs. You're gonna get a much closer shave, and it's gonna help with any ingrown hairs and things like that. This was also something that I started doing to address the keratosis pilaris that I have on my legs. So anyway, I really do love this little trio. I'm sorry that I had to plug it in at the end of this video, but the review is like due today. So I feel bad that I haven't just put it in Friday favorites and flops, but each time that I've gathered products, I've just forgotten to pick them up. But honestly, you guys, this Rituals brand is fabulous. They are cruelty-free. The products are actually made in Europe. They smell amazing and they perform incredibly well. If there's one thing that I would tell you to try for sure, it's this shower foam. It's fabulous, you guys. So thank you for bearing with me through that. A big thanks to Octoly and Rituals for sending that my way. I'll definitely be repurchasing this for sure myself. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for sitting through this. Thank you for bearing with me as I learn very basic editing skills. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.